interesting features on it. Perlin's just sort of like, well, ordinary random kind of boringness. It's not as featured.
Excuse me. Hey, Yoko, did you hear about the sculpture in Germany that has been stolen?
Sculpture in Germany? No.
Yeah, so like there were first there were monoliths in Utah and Romania. You're familiar with those, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So last night, what happened in Germany? Someone or something, we don't know. So they yeah. Yeah, so they I don't know, they took around, how long was it? It was a big sculpture, so it was a sculpture of penis.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, it was a phallic sculpture, and it appeared there 7 years ago mysteriously, and now it has vanished overnight.
What the?
Oh.
So who do you think is doing all this?
Multiple parties? Independent?
All over the world?
Sure, why not? You know, some people get into their heads that it's an idea to put a sculpture up. They put a sculpture up. Well, big mystery. Oh, well, it must be aliens. And they take it down. Oh, it must be aliens again. You know, it's just people around the world acting independently. Or, you know, maybe deriving inspiration from one another, but not necessarily communicating. Maybe they are communicating. Who knows? It's just one of those people things that happens.
Still, it's a big thing to make a sculpture vanish overnight.
Sure. I mean, if you have the tools and equipment, why not?
Yeah.
I don't think we need to assign it any more import than the consideration we give for people stealing a sign. It's just something that people do sometimes.
Right.
Hi, Panda. Weren't you banned for 2 days or something?
He's not Panda Bora, he's Panda God. Where are your manners?
Yes.
Indeed.
Affirmative. Yes.
Who's that?
Tapping. Oh, it might be me. Sorry.
Hmm.
I was just unlocking my phone. Look at the chat.
Dragon, are you using speakers?
No, I'm using microphones only.
Yeah. Hmm.
Why is there some disturbance from my side?
It's echoing when someone joins and leaves. But it's not much of a problem.
Oh, okay, I'll see what I can do.
Well, you don't really have to.
I'm not noticing any problem. I mean, I'm hearing join and leave sounds, but there is
Yeah,
no problem beyond that.
Mm-hmm. Hi, Jack. How are you doing? Nice.
What is AFK?
Away from keyboard.
Away from
Oh fuck.
What? Nothing really. We're just chilling. Wasn't that? How many tasks Advent of Code have?
Advent of code will be for 25 days and 2 problem per day.
So, for the
50?
but yeah, okay.
Hello guys. So Ravish, are you gonna be part of it? I heard some people like to do these kind of challenges.
Hey, Alex. You're here early.
Yeah, I guess I just so far I've solved 2, waiting for the third one. I mean, it's kind of it drives me to solve problems sometimes, but sometimes it's like knocks on the face. It's like, oh, you're not genius enough. So it's life, I guess.
Yeah, what is your method to improving?
My method, I do not really have a method. Sometimes it's like, what am I doing? Just wasting time, procrastinating. Maybe I should do something better, improvise myself. So I go head on somewhere, just search a bit, and I just follow some blogs. I try to do those methods. Sometimes I really do it, and then I take a break, and everything is like fucked up. Oh my god, this makes no impact on me. Maybe I can solve better taking my own time, but does it really have to be like this geek or something? It's all ups and downs, but
How
it's
long have you
kinda
been
hard.
learning Python?
For 4 years.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
The way you write code reminds me of like people who leak code a whole lot when you were
Oh,
helping.
fuck, I mean, I hate those fuckers. I really hate those fuckers. They keep doing it every day. Oh my god. Maybe wait, let me drop a link on this guy. So what he does is like, he's really genius, but he handles client for solving problems. His name is Alex Weiss. He's really genius there, but I don't see a point just doing a problem instead of applying it somewhere and solve some problem, making money or making friends or something else or serving community whatsoever.
Yeah, I know
Yes.
Alex Weiss from Binary Search. It's the website.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Even I'm on binary search.
Okay.
I mean,
yeah,
I-
it's like a chat room for people to do leak code type questions. And I had once like opened up a public room and Alex Weiss dropped in for like 2 minutes, solved it, and
Oh my
then
God.
left.
Yeah. So binary search is like an interesting thing. You do not have like a lot of questions, and you have like channels to chat on. I mean, yeah, sure. Some kind of interviews, they involve really like deep puzzles. Like puzzles. Like there was this guy, he was like eating chocolates and this and that, and that's really bugs me out. It's like competitive programming, or I mean, I really hate such shits because it really, you gotta keep all your attention to it, read a little bit or something. But questions on binary search or lead code is just simple straight question. You can grasp like this, but you should like focus more on deriving solutions, right, rather than just that's what I meant.
I have 2 buddies that we do binary search every day for like around an hour and a half together. But what I've realized is that we only do the easy problems that are like 10 minutes, and we start to want to like do things fast, like get the problem solved fast, because that's what binary search kind of like games you to do. But I know in a real interview you gotta use the Uber method, and usually it has more data structures. And when we do the easy problems, they're more like math or probability or brain teasers rather than more data structures. So I'm thinking of changing strategy to like do more interview cake, because we've been doing that for like maybe like 2-3 months now, and I've also just been practicing lead code for like around 6 months, but like sporadically, like here and there, like maybe like a quarter or a fifth of what I do during my productive time. And I haven't improved. So I think like, yeah, it's like all about like deeply understanding the questions more about anything else.
Yeah, I can feel, yeah. Even it happens to me as well. Like my mind just says like, why not just finish off easy ones and then medium or whatever, level up or something. But I guess it's not a good strategy. What you should do, I mean, what I should be doing is that fetch a concept, dig more about it, search some problems, do on it. But usually that some kind it's okay. I mean, some problems they involve straight up concepts, but they other involves like a bit of from different fields. So at that time you can't really push yourself. I mean, at least I can't do it. Need someone like work around a bit. So even in my undergraduate there was nobody in my batch who would just do this. They all like sticked up to the curriculum and everything. I mean, if I had somebody, maybe, I mean, it's a lame excuse, right? But if you are like a good partner and if you are in like frequency, you could like do a lot, like a real human instead of some rubber duck or something. Yeah.
Yeah, I know that's what Prep is for, but the one time I signed up, they gave such a hard problem that I was like, I'm not going to be able to help this person. And like, are they going to give me a hard question too? So sure.
So what's your strategy, upcoming strategy?
I'm still not sure yet, but I think more Interview Cake, because Interview Cake is so much better at like helping you go through like what you were talking about, like finding like a certain concept and then practicing on similar problems. I feel like the way that Interview Cake is laid out is similar to that. But I think I'm gonna still keep on like doing binary search with my buddies. Yeah, I'm not really sure because I'm not the type of person who can be like, oh, I'm gonna spend the next like 6 months full time working on LeetCode, because like I'm also trying to learn like other things. Like I would like to learn more Kubernetes and then more like neural networks and then like practice SQL too. So after all of that, it's like not that much time.
Okay. I really want to get into Kubernetes and everything, but I do not know how to. All max to max I got till like Dockers. I know like Dockers and everything. Kubernetes, it just goes above my head. I know like there's like Q8, some kubectl, you do this or that, but maybe I can try out, installing in my local PC or something, but that would really help. So
Yeah,
what it really meant to be like playing with clusters and everything, but I do not have enough money. But yeah,
you don't need money to play with Kubernetes. So I would like get a trial of Pluralsight.com. Like they have like a 30-day trial, and then like just like use the courses there. They like do like they have hands-on video courses that help you get started. That's where I started, and then okay, fine. Well, basically, like their most their most popular course is one where like you use a Linode account for like it's like a $40 a month cluster, but it really depends on how much you use, I believe. But then Linode has like $100 off coupon code from like a lot of different podcasts, so it's like free if you want to even do it that way. The other thing you could do is that there's like a Helm tutorial. If there's just like one Helm tutorial on Pluralsight, and it goes over Helm and Kubernetes. Helm is just the package manager, kind of like a requirements. Yeah, it's kind of like it helps manage stuff, and then like in that tutorial, it lets you run a single cluster on a single node on your machine, so you don't have to pay any money at all. The Linode thing, you enter your credit card, but you don't pay anything, I believe. And then Kubernetes up and running, the book by Kelsey Hightower is one of the ones, and he does a lot of YouTube videos. If you can just go through that book and just do things step by step, that's great. After the AWS clusters.
You have heard of A Cloud Guru?
No.
Okay, there's this something called as A Cloud Guru, right? And they have something like a hands-on, some subscription. So there's like a lot of course in there, and yeah, if you, I mean, it's like 35. I'm not sure how much it is, but it's kind of, it's okay for me to subscribe it. But I'm planning on doing it on Jan because I'll be earning by then. And they have something like hands-on, so you can just literally try anything out in their console and see the visuals for yourself after watching videos. So yeah, I was planning on that though.
Cool. I'll have to check it out. But yeah, I like Pluralsight for anything. I like shouldn't learn OpenShift first, but for my internship that I'm starting. But like when I started learning OpenShift, I learned that it actually manages Kubernetes. So then I started learning Kubernetes. But I learned Terraform on there, and it was just like all their courses are just fantastic because they pay their instructors $1,000 an hour to teach, and their instructors are like product evangelists or like developer advocates. So yeah, it's like perfect.
Yeah, Pluralsight, they just hire, I mean, they just deal with the actual professionals. I mean, that's amazing. It's not like Udemy or something, like some random person come in or something. But Pluralsight is like next level, yeah. Even O'Reilly, they do their best, you know. I mean,
Yeah, I feel like
real good people on O'Reilly. I love it.
Yeah, I feel like people who want to advance their careers, they have to kind of just like have a subscription with O'Reilly and then Manning, and then there's like the third one with the orange kind of like decal books. Like all these sites have like I feel like the books they have all the information that are needed to like for people to be successful, like making infrastructure decisions and learning new things.
Yeah. But also, like, you know, like sometimes I read a lot and I really enjoy it, and like after a few days I just forget those things. So what's really missing is like the amount of practice that should have been put in achieving something. Maybe that would just increase your neuroplasticity, this or that, your brain. Yeah. Need structures and repetition is rubbish. Alexan, structures and repetition. I'm not sure what you mean by that.
Yeah, to learn data structures, the way I've been doing things is I go through YouTube tutorials for implementing the data structures first, and then I like do there's a word for it, like an incremental repetition or something like that, where like first you spend like every day trying to recite the data structure, because sometimes in an interview they want to implement bubble sort from scratch or hash tables from scratch, and then like so like every day practice that, and then after a while, like every week maybe like reiterate that, and maybe eventually like every month practice it, and then you'll just know it. A spaced repetition.
Yeah, I mean, oh yeah, I got yeah. Even there's a guy who just bytes by bytes, like a Java guy. Yeah, he says this. It's really important to go like again and again over whatever you have learned, so that you'll be like refreshed, and it really helps over time. Oh yeah, Anki, yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
There's like this guy, Don A. Martin or something. I don't know if I've spelled it right. So he has something, Anki flashcards on system design. Okay. And there's other guy. I don't know what his name, but he was aiming for Google, but got into Amazon, but he compiled a nice version of resources. I mean, even that's like very popular.
You mean
among
like
people.
algo expert? Is it?
No, not algo expert. There's like GitHub thing, and there's like a lot of resource dumped into it. I know his name, but I'm not sure. But 1 second, I'll just get back searching on him.
Yeah, bro, I saw both of them. So,
Wait, can I show you my code in DMs?
sure.
Okay.
Hey, Alex.
Please, hey, Alex.
Yeah, this is the one.
Yeah, Nero, we are talking about the advent of code.
LX1, maybe you should be knowing Pogers from binary search.
Yeah, it's a funny one.
Yeah, I mean that guy. So I asked him like, give me some resource or something. I guess he gave me like CP book, the standard one. He just said like, he said like, just grind it like a madman. You'll get it all in the end. That's what he said. Just grind like a madman. Not sure. There's something like, okay. Maybe, I mean, without a code, you can't really do anything.
book?
What?
You mean he recommended you the like C++ book by like Born?
Yeah.
Born-
Yeah. It's like cpbook.net, I guess.
Yeah, that's what like some successful people say. It's just like, yeah, like lead code every day, all day, like over 6 months. But like, I think everybody's on a different mental level. So like, some people are really great at that, and other people need the rest.
Some people are like so moved to get some nice ass companies, but when I face some question regarding graphs or trees, I'll be like, oh my god, seriously, like what am I doing? Why couldn't I get this? Maybe I should invest my time on this, understand all this thing. Maybe that might just give me a better picture and everything. So over time, sometimes it's very hard for me to push into it, but when I do, it really gives me like an awesome feeling. Oh yeah, now I know this. But yeah, again, over time, it's just into the air.
I think it's extremely hard to find like a structure where it's like you can incrementally feel like things are going well and easy enough to keep on going. Like I think so many times like working on like these like data structure interview questions, you get stumped and then it's like, oh my gosh, like I'll never be able to get this. There's no like, I mean, I think interview cake is a great progression and the lead code explore ones are a good progression, but you have to be at a certain level and like you have to create your own structure in terms of like what you're willing to spend time on, and like if the question is too hard, maybe like move on and find an easy one. But yeah, like when it comes to graph, it's like even if you knew graphs, like the data structure questions make you manipulate them enough that like you have to be at a certain level to work with that. Otherwise it's like you might just stump yourself and give up. So like there has to be like a strategy, and you have to really know yourself going through it.
Yeah. Have you ever tried Code Forces?
No, I haven't heard of it.
Oh, that is like the extreme thing out there. Code Forces. The top level people hang out there. I mean, I remember like I couldn't even solve a question at the beginning. It was so confusing for me. It's totally into puzzle, totally into like brainstorms. I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm liking this, but I kind of enjoy this, what I do, but sometimes it feels like I'm on like a wrong path or something.
I'm surprised you would feel that.
It sometimes it really does. Like some people, they do awesome thing. I mean, I can do this, but I'll just take my own time and my own thinking space and everything. That's where it bugs me out. So the point where it bugs me out is I can't keep a constant pace. It really depress me sometimes. Can't really. Yeah, that shit really sucks. But also, like, it questions like, what's the whole point of this? It's not just life. There's like books to read, amazing documentary to be seen, amazing places to be visited, and maybe like why not do something simple and minimal and realistic? Like do you just code or you build something with like hardwares and everything?
Yeah, I prefer the building aspect. I feel, but like, what I've noticed is that like for like interviews for full-time positions at like companies that are somewhat established, at least like just like mid-level or above, mid-size or above, like it's equal parts projects and data structures questions, no matter what. So there's just no getting around it. Kind of makes me feel like one of these like maybe the movie Ready Player One, or like there are these movies where it's like everybody's like a gamer and like you're like the whole point of life is to constantly like roll the dice and like there's always like some winner and you're always hoping to be the winner, but it's like heart chance as well, and but you have to just keep on
yeah. Keep it going is what matters the most in life. It doesn't matter whether it's interesting or boring or something. Just keeping up it's really a blessing if you are the or a person who can do that. Execute and execute. Some people say like you can't really keep up the flow because you're wired to be, but some legends can, I guess. But I can't for sure. But some people do.
You fucking Ben cat.
So, LSEX, I have a question for you. Now, as I understand, you've been studying machine learning, right? You're interested in machine learning.
Mm-hmm.
Then why go into data structures and algorithms?
Because you still get tested for full-time interviews on data structures and algorithms.
I highly doubt that. You do not need any data structure or algorithm knowledge in order to become a machine learning engineer or a data scientist in general.
Well, like, so I told you I have like a bachelor's in sculpture, and I don't have like another advanced degree, even though I have taken like night classes like at the graduate and undergraduate level for like related STEM subjects. Like it's just not enough. So I imagine that like maybe some companies, they see somebody who's a PhD and they'll let them on easy, but that just doesn't really happen with me. Maybe it's also because of the places I've applied to, but since like August, I've applied to like 150 positions, and out of the people who contacted me back, like I've had to do data structures questions, but the majority of people who answer me back are data engineering roles. But I still get tested.
Yesterday I met this guy on voice chat only. I think his name was Irregular Expressions Rejects. So he is currently 18 years old and he does not have any degrees whatsoever. And he's currently working as a machine learning engineer for the past 1 year in a well-established company. So he started learning machine learning when he was 14, and in the next 3 or 3.5 years, he mastered every aspect of it, and right now he's working at a company as a machine learning engineer. So the most important thing that he said is make contacts. Like, you have to know people in the industry if you want to show that you have the skills, but you do not have a degree. So he didn't even pursue his undergraduation. He spent more time on making contacts, making connections in companies so that he can really prove himself, because that's a really big issue if you don't have a degree in that particular field. to show people that yes, I do have these skills.
Is it possible to learn this power?
What?
Is it possible to learn this power?
It is possible. It also depends on
yeah.
which part of the world you live. I live in India. I don't think people would see like, okay, you might just do better, but yeah, you can really. But what you should, I mean, it takes much energy than what a normal degree as guy would do. Maybe you should just hunt down the competition, hunt down the events like hackathons and everything, prove the fuck who you are. You really stand out.
Yeah, also contribute, like Alex said, contributing to open source projects is extremely efficient way in order to make contacts. Also, you can find people on LinkedIn, you can talk to them, you can tell them, okay, I'm capable, and is there any way you could give me an opportunity? So you have to look for it. And the way I see it, you can either go into one field or you can be scattered all over and end up with nothing. So I don't know, that's just how I believe.
That's what's happening,
So if you're doing something, if you're interested in a particular field, then read every book that is available in that field. There is no such field for which jobs are not there, but the problem is that people are not prepared enough. They're like, okay, I have some friends, so they're currently pursuing engineering and computer science, and they're like, okay, I'll learn a bit the basics of Java, I know the basics of Python, I know the basics of C++. 4 years later, they know the basics of everything, they don't know the advanced level of anything. Then they start to panic. Okay, what will I do with my life? What can I do?
Jacob of many skills, but master of none.
Exactly, my point.
Yeah, I've seen people do like that. Like they claim that, okay, I know this, that, or
yeah, people really like showing off skills. Okay, I know 10 tools, I know 20 programming languages, but that gets you nowhere.
Yeah, that doesn't really help. I've seen that. So what if like everything that you see genuinely interests you and you don't know what to really pick?
Always work on everything. Computer science is a field where you can't really make a decision instantly. Like you get into computer science and you like game development, so you can be like, okay, I'll do game development. Do it for 2 or 3 months. If it still interests you, go on, pursue it. If it doesn't, change. And in somewhere in around a time frame of 1 or 1.5 years, you'll eventually figure out what you like best and something that you would like to do for the rest of your life.
I would agree with you, Dragon. Yeah, I think it's important to go deep in something. I would say that I had the projects that I needed in data science to get me the interviews, but the interviews I had, the few that I had that was actually data science, still involved Python. I had a 2-sum question, so I guess it was easy, but it was still Python and SQL. So there's no getting past getting tested on your skills at some point. For me, how I chose it, I think I chose one thing and just stuck with it. Right. For a while, I chose mainly location related stuff, generating maps and working with longitude and latitude coordinates, filtering them, isolating certain polygons on a map and mapping out different districts on top of each other. And I wish that was maybe 70% of all the things I did once I narrowed down on something, and that helped me be visible to companies in that industry. But you want to pick an industry that's that is there. You don't want to pick a niche thing that doesn't have a market. I think with mobile location data, telematics, geo, satellite related stuff, that's a pretty big industry to go in. But and it's a specialty, which is nice, because if it's finance that you're interested in, there are I feel maybe too many people who are actuarial scientists and accountants and hedge fund managers who are much better, and it's harder to break into that particular industry. So I would choose the industry wisely based on the market too.
Yes, obviously, I agree with you. You should choose the industry wisely. Think about how the future is going to be for that particular industry. But that plays a really small role. That this industry is going to be. This industry is going to exist in 20 or 30 years. That is really important. You should see that. But at the same time, if that industry does not interest you, it's not something that you're passionate about, then I don't think there's any point in going into that industry, because if you're not good at something, you'll probably end up in an entry-level job or a level 2 job, I don't know. But you won't be happy there. Even if you get the promotions, you get everything, you won't be happy there. And programming is something that it's not done for just to make a living. People who do it really find it fun, really find it interesting. They love learning new things. This is not some kind of job like I don't know, not to defame any job, but there are many people who go to their jobs and do their work just to earn some money. Programming is not like that. I don't think there is any programmer who hates programming but is doing it just for a living.
No. Like, some people are programmed just to earn, because maybe like their parents or some other consequences what they're made. I mean, the consequences are put into like computer science, and they graduate, they learn a bit, not like intentionally, they just, but they'll be like in a constant way. Yeah, but sure.
Yeah, these situations are always there, but I'm talking generally. Generally, programming is not a field where people come without interest.
So, in my interest, like... So
yes, exactly, Alex.
Yeah. Life is like... I mean, if you do not want to get tired, you should be like doing what you love. I personally love programming, but I think I'm in a very early stage, in a sense, like I really love Python, and I do not hate... I used to hate other languages, for some other reason I've like matured over time and something like that. So yeah, I really respect others and everything, and also I'm getting good at it, like day by day. Mm-hmm. So if you keep me a like a terminal and just give me tasks to get out every second that you choose, I just code it on, like this rush always coming in inside. Oh yeah, what's next? So if that's the thing, yeah, you have a good life. And also, yeah, LXNN, yeah, if I spelled that right. So
Alex, yeah.
You should be very thorough at one thing, like so fucking deep inside, but at the same time, you should know like a bit of other things. The problem is that I do not know which to choose, like, as my expertise. So I'm kind of distracted like a monkey.
But see, web development is something that is really out there. People think programming, people directly say, okay, making websites. This is what programming does. This is the only thing that programming is capable of. That is the general response that you get when you talk about programming. That, okay, programming, okay, you make websites. That is it. So I'm not, okay, I'll talk about myself only. When I first started programming, I started with C++. So I saw the different things that C++ is capable of and the different applications that can be made. But at some point or the other, I was fascinated by web development. That web development is so cool, I should do it. But the problem is that web development is being done by many people, but most of them are not doing it right.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I'll tell a bit about myself. So I got introduced into C. Yeah, pretty much like a curriculum. Yeah, pretty much interesting. But someday my friend gave me some like pattern to print out, and that's where like I really fucking worked out. It's like fucking simple. It fucking bugged me all the fucking time.
The Aztec Mountains, right?
Yeah. Like, and then. I mean, that was and later I met a person, he gave me this book, I don't know, it's like Python Visual Guide, something from Pearson or something. I just finished it. I mean, the language is like fucked up. I mean, so easy, but before that, right, so I tried to boot a Linux thing onto my computer because I had like extra hard drive. In order to like get a Linux ISO, I just roamed around with for 3 months just to get a hold of an ISO because I had just like Nokia, like 40 KB per second, max to max. Obviously, yeah.
Right.
It took me like 3 weeks to boot into Linux because I was such a fucking noob. You know, yeah, it was a fucking Kali at the beginning for starting. I don't know.
Kali Linux?
Kali Linux. Yeah, I was like very fascinated.
Whoa.
That
Okay.
was like, so wait, that was like 422. Yeah, it's like 8 years ago. You know.
Yeah,
Kali-
and also when people first learn about Linux, they go into Kali or Parrot, seeing that they have additional tools for hacking and pen testing. So they're really tilted towards that choice.
Yeah, like you know, like Linux and Unix. It really interested me. Well, while I was just in fourth or fifth, because I had this very interest on computers. I've just seen Windows. I don't know, like what's this Linux and Unix, but I mean, I was wishing to see it. I was genuinely wishing to see it. But
Right.
people were talking Kali Linux. I mean, imagine it's like 9 years ago or something. I don't know. Like Kali 1.1 was on the run.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, I was trying to hack a Facebook. Brute force method, right? Brute force method.
Right.
Yeah, so there's this Python script done by a lady. She said, like, in a documentation, if you just modify the script, doesn't really make you a coder. I don't know. It's like Python 2. Oh, wow. I mean, Python, like, at that point, I knew, like, okay, if you want to print something, just all you have to do is, like, print. Okay. Fair enough, fair enough. So just to get the fucking script executing, I don't know what the oh my god. Then after that, I mean, it took fucking like 4 or 5 days. I was like asking people on their Facebook like how to execute Python, but no one gave a fuck about that. And then I just literally dragged the script on and was asking for a wordless, yeah, sample one. And yeah, it pretty much worked, I guess, for my own account. But
Right.
yeah, I knew like, okay, oh, it's gonna take a while for breaking someone's account. You know the possibility, right?
Yeah.
And later on, people, okay, like, fuck, what is that? Yeah, in Facebook, someone was like saying like, okay, I don't know, you fuckers, you just care about hacking neighbors' Wi-Fi or spying out your girlfriend's account, this or that. Genuinely try to understand Linux. I knew the beauty of Linux before, but yeah, I mean that really gave me a push, and then yeah, I just
Right.
explored onto Linux and everything. All the terminals, like oh my god, yeah. At that time, I used to flash my phone like 7 times a day. All this Lineage OS, CyanogenMod, this or that. I would never settle, I'd never settle. That's like a fucked up moment. Even with my laptop, just boot up and boot up and boot up with different things.
Yeah.
What a
Right.
amount of energy back then. Now it's like not even like 25% of it. I fucking hate this shit. Oh yeah. So many people, they don't even know like, okay, if you want to run a language, they genuinely think you gotta download Eclipse to run Java, or maybe some IDE to run Python.
Right.
That's where it sucks, Or also web dev, they just think like, okay, it's database, it's like front end and the back end. You just fetch data and you just present it, but they do not know what's really capable of that. I mean, the total potential.
Yeah. Backend is presented in a really underrated manner. I always feel like backend of web development is always presented like it's nothing. It's really simple. There's just a database, and you can fetch the data from there.
Backend is where magic really happens, Backend
Yeah, and people are only fascinated by the front end, how the website looks. Okay, so we use CSS, we get colors, and we can use JavaScript. We can make it interactive. Front end is cool, but backend is where you understand how the website works.
Backend is like, oh my god. If you can look at the clouds, I mean, the amount of work that put into it is like enormous. So I've done like little IoT things and something, like you trigger a button, something happens in the end. I don't know if people can see that way. You can make magic on the other side. Yeah. And what's most fucked up part is like these people who just know this, like on the overlay, like back and front end, they get amazing jobs in India. That's fucked up. That's really fucked up.
Yeah, but the industry in India is, I'd say it's really messed up. People are getting jobs based on the degrees. Someone who's got a PhD is preferred over some other random guy who knows all this stuff just because he has a PhD.
And also that, like there's this theory, like bookworms never make out at a certain level. It's true. Also, it kind of applies here, they just grasp things. I mean, some Indian people do have like amazing fucking memory, which I do not have generally. And they fucking hack the interviews, right? Now that's why it fucking bugs me. Okay. I think I'm the man to do the job. But sometimes it fucking puts in my face, oh shit, I'm such a loser because I can't remember anything. I can't come up with a solution for this. But it's just like one Google search away, I just assemble pieces, this or that. One fucking Google search away, which I don't think any interview, yeah, that's the pain I'm in right now. Anyway. Yeah.
Right.
I'm gonna go for a bit, but it was great talking to you guys.
You too. Take care.
I see you.
Yeah, so Alex Sen, Alex, you're talking about the Linux Upskill Challenge. What exactly is that, and how will it work? If you could just unmute yourself if you're comfortable. Okay, no worries, yeah.
I'm gonna go because this fucking Discord is too much addictive.
Okay, catch you later. Will they be general Linux commands or related to some particular distro?
Hey there.
Yeah, bro. They use Ubuntu server, okay. It's cool.
Dragon?
Yes, bro.
Could you spot any wrong pieces in my code? I think it's pretty right.
Oh, yeah, I saw your code, but it was really, I don't know how to say it. It was really hard to understand without looking at the file simultaneously. Okay, let's see. I'm looking at it again.
Oh, all right.
Input list. Okay.